that's my laptop. Its hinge didn't break. The hinges are actually good still. It's just the plastic bits that glued to this aluminum top that it attaches to. And so this nice laptop that still worked perfectly good, still a good laptop, is now dead. And I could get, you know, a cheapo plastic Chinese cover for 50 bucks and then have to glue the screen back on and all this nonsense. But instead, I decided I'm going to use this as my television computer. And instead, I got this. It's a framework DIY. Well, that sure is a lot of bullshit in there. Here's a piece of plastic. Here's a keyboard. Here's a brick. We got some shit. We got the thingy. So, yeah, I like the idea of the framework laptop. I want to see if it actually lives up to the hype, I guess. I went with a lower end AMD CPU because I don't need the highest end thing ever. And I've read things about thermals on these computers, and going with the highest end one is one way to get more thermal problems. If it's all the same chassis, all the same cooler and all that stuff, then maybe the cheaper one will run cooler. This is a box with, what kind of box is this box? Is this a carrying box? Oh. You get a screwdriver pry bar thing. So apparently this screwdriver is the only thing you need to put this together. This I'm not going to use in this computer. I'm going to rob my old hard drive from the dead laptop because it's 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte's bigger than 500. That's going to go in the old laptop. Any other goodies in there? No. What the fuck is this? Oh, I just had some goodies for advertising. You're gonna advertise the thingy. Alright, whatever. What? Well, that sure is weird. That's kind of like waxy. Not really waxy. It's kind of weird to take off. Uh-oh, we're missing junk. Whatever. Break it while I'm at it. Just do the one hand open. Oh, look at that. It does the one hand open. Screen pre-installed. Here we have a plastic cover, and it sure is just a laptop in there. Alright, so all I gotta do, really, is throw some RAM in, throw a hard drive in, plug in a keyboard, throw some screws in. I think the screws are captive. Those little itty-bitty hinges. That's kind of cool. Very nice. This is the 2 point whatever K matte display. Alright, RAM's installed there. This stuff kind of sticks up, maybe. This one has to be like installed upside down, and this one's right side up. I don't know how I feel about this. And I think I turned this stupid thing on, and I gotta tear it apart. I'm not sure why there's just plastic covering this shit for seemingly no reason. Apparently the CMOS battery is optional, and you plug it in right here. Does this thing have a CMOS battery in it? Ooh, DDR4 or so. Oh, that one's upside down too. Oh, this one does have that. Maybe I could rob that. Can I rob that? I want this though. This is where the goods are. By that, I mean the operating system that's gonna bitch and moan when I install it into a brand new computer. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll be surprised, pleasantly surprised. This one has a heat sink for the SSD. That's kind of nice. The tool's even magnetic, so I can do this with one hand just for the camera. Not that anybody gives a shit. Oh yeah. Very good. It's a keyboard cover. It's a cover with a keyboard and a mouse pad, and what the fuck is that? It's meant for more waxy paper shit. Now I got this thing. It's a keyboard. A touchpad. What does that feel like? Sure is a touchpad. This is a very useful tool. This thing kind of just magnets into place and it holds itself up, so I could probably just start doing this number. We can assemble this laptop one-handed. Oh yeah. There's really not much assembly that goes onto this. Like, the only thing that the DIY has versus like a pre-assembled one is you throw like 2 parts into it and then you just slap it together, and then there's all your shit. I'm gonna scratch the top by moving it around on my table, but I don't give a shit. Up next comes the plastic thing. Oh man, it's just like my Game Boy. Oh. Get on there. Come on. I like my cheese ball transparent plastic. Yeah, come on. These captive screws are kind of wigging me out. At first glance, I'm like, oh, it's not meshing properly, but no, it's just the screw kind of holding it out. Very good. And now it's time to fill the bullshit slots. We'll go with the USB-C. I got some pretty color USB-C to match the bezel and kind of make it a theme. Yeah, that. I think that just goes slide clicky in here. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, so that makes my configuration USB-C, USB-A, USB-C, USB-A, and sometimes HDMI if I feel like it. I think that's pretty good. I was going to see if Linux Mint had something to say about this new setup, but I do believe that the battery came dead. Usually devices like this will come with like 60% charge. I guess that means we need the brick. Okie dokie then. It's fucking hot in here. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, sometimes I don't know about that. I've played with mini connectors in the last couple of years, and having a connector go through a connector with high power usually means something bad will happen in the future. Let's see if it goes. See if it explodes. Oh shit, it's gonna slide right off. Oh, I see a light. I see a thing. It's doing the dance. Failed to enable keyboard on blah blah blah. Support, okay, it's booting. You can arm or disarm the microphone. So, are you gonna do something now, or what? The one that works great. Come on. Give me something. Something else. I want something else. Wow, that's tiny. Look at that. Okay, so the weird thing about this 2K screen is the corners are rounded off. Dude, high DPI. Dude, that's actually not too small. I was kind of worried about it being small. Here's the problem. This did not initialize the keyboard, and it was pissing and moaning about it not initializing the keyboard. So it's definitely not a hardware issue. I got full keyboard control of this thing here. The BIOS. Ryzen AI. We got artificial intelligence. So I just don't have the driver for the keyboard. What a shame. Damn it. I need to copy all my shit off this so I can install a new OS. I mean, besides the keyboard not working, this booted in just fine. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Now we're talking. Yeah, I don't think it has the right drivers for this. Fuck. 1 minute. That's more like it. I just had to, I got the 120 hertz going on now. So all I had to do was reinstall the newest version of Mint, the 22 or whatever the hell, and then I had to update the kernel to like 6.10 or something like that to get the video drivers to work. And now everything seems to be working well. Hooked up to the internet, everything's kind of fucking working. So I'll use it for a while and see what I think. So first impressions, now that I got it set up and it's all happy and stuff, this is probably one of the nicer laptops that I've used, that I've owned. Just on a feeling basis. It feels very nice to hold. So I do like this. I like the keyboard. It's very nice to type on. It feels very good. The touchpad is nice and sensitive. I've heard people. Well, I guess people. I heard Louis Rossman complaining about palm rejection, but that was on an earlier version. But yeah, it's not taking my palm. That might be just a software update thing. It might be a newer version of Linux or whatever the hell is running here. But yeah, I think it's very good first impression. What do you think about it, huh? Well, just as a 1 week update, since it's been a week since I got this thing has been running really good. No crashes. I could probably count the amount of times that I got the fan to ramp up on one hand because I don't really use this thing for like heavy workloads. I just kind of use it as like a web browser and me watch some YouTube videos, text chat and whatever on it. So for basic uses, the lowest end CPU is very much good enough. And it's also pretty quiet. Battery lasts maybe 5-6 hours. A lot of people complain about that. I find that's pretty typical for laptops anyway. I'm not too bothered by that. And it charges decently quick enough. Linux Mint has been working very well on it. No crashy, buggy nonsense. It's been pretty solid. No freezes, nothing like that. No hardware compatibility issues as far as I've messed with. So I think this is a pretty good laptop. I might make an update video later, maybe like half a year or a year in for further impressions on this thing, since it's supposed to be a longer lasting unit that you can keep going with. So hopefully that does be the case. I do like the hardware. The keyboard's very nice. It's very light. It feels pretty sturdy, despite being, take apartable. People like to complain about this little bit of wobble here, but if you're not doing this shit with it, then it's not going to be a problem. You set it on a table and you type on it. It stops wobbling and you type on it and it's like, wow, whoa, nothing's happening. So that's some nitpicky bullshit. People like to complain about touchscreen. I don't want a fucking touchscreen on this thing.